Welcome to the ET197 Click PLC Greenhouse Project B. Okay, first thing let's do is let's download our greenhouse controller. It's Click PLC Greenhouse B. And we're going to go ahead and project transfer. I've already connected it. And let's transfer it to our machine. Good. And let's close out of that, hide that, and let's go ahead and go to our program. And we need to open up the Greenhouse Project B starter. I have video because I don't want to mangle my programs. Okay, we're going to modify this program. We're going to go ahead and start, and we're going to convert to analog values. So what we're going to do is we'll click on this one, cancel, and we're going to go to less than contact, and our data is going to be DS1, which is going to be from our input, and we have to use DS1 because it's an integer. And since the fan comes on under 50, we could just go ahead and just use one of these. The fan heat will come on when it's under 50, which also includes 30. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's get rid of this. And let's do a Control Shift and get rid of our connectors. Good. And we could actually, let's see if we could delete a row just to make it look a little better. Good. All right, so our next one is our freeze alarm is going to be less than 30, so let's go to our less than, and we could find our DS1 here, and I need to go back in. Let's go ahead and do that now if I can. Nickname, nope, we'll fix that later. And we're going to use 30 here. All right, so if this is, whoops, this should be less than or equal to, what did I do? Grab the wrong one. This is also less than or equal to. Okay, and our 100 degrees is going to be greater than or equal to, also DS1, and data will be 100. Okay, and our fan is going to come on anytime it's greater than 70. So let's just go ahead and do that. Greater than equal DS1, our input temperature, and we're going to do 70. Okay. So now we could get rid of our other contacts and Control Shift to erase the, and Control Shift down, Control Shift up, there we go, over, good. And let's go ahead and delete some rows to make it look better. Delete row, delete row, delete row. And our fan 2 looks like it comes on greater than 80. So let's go to greater than or equal to 80. And let's go to DS1. Okay. And let's get rid of these two guys. And again, Control Shift up. Oops. Control Shift up, Control Shift down, Control Shift up, up. Let's delete the space, delete row, delete row. Okay, and let's see, our pump comes on, looks like greater than 90. So let's go greater than equal to 90. And let's do DS1. And delete that. Whoops, Control Shift up. Whoops. Let's escape out of that. Okay, delete some spaces, delete. Okay, let's save it. And let's go ahead and test it here before we get too far along. Okay, so let's see, right now we have 30. And we have a problem with our freeze alarm. Oh no, we don't. Our freeze alarm should be on. Okay, let's go ahead and clear everything here and restart everything. So now we have our heater should be on, and it is. Our freeze alarm should be on because I have it set at 30. And our hot alarm should not be on, and it is not. And okay, so let's go up to 50. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in. We'll come back and do this here later. So I got 50 degrees in here, and we're good. Alrighty, so we got 50. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is go to 70. 70, and we could also do the increment button. Alright, so we're at 70, and we have fan 1. So let's go to 80. And we should have fan 1 and 2 on. Good. And let's go to 90. And we should have the pump on. Good. So let's go to 100 and see if we get our alarm. Oops, 700. So we're definitely past it, but we do have our hot alarm. Good. First thing let's do is let's latch our alarm. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy these and paste them down here so I could steal the parts of them. And hot alarm. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to clean these up. So this is, we're going to go ahead and make a temporary, let's see if we can find a temporary one here to do. Let's do C17, and we'll come back and do that. So we're going to make him a temporary alarm, and this guy we're going to make C18. Okay, and those are going to be temporary alarms. So let's go ahead and latch that. So we're going to insert a row after cursor, and we're going to put an open contact, and we're going to use, let's see, C18 on this one. And we're going to shift up, or excuse me, control up. All right. And let's go ahead and add what's our reset button? It should be, I think, C4. So let's go ahead and put in this and see if we can find it in our alarm reset. There we go. And we're going to make that one not really closed. So if we do our alarm reset, we should unseal that. Good. And let's go ahead and, while we're here, let's go ahead and insert a row after cursor, and we're going to latch that with a C18. C17, sorry. Okay. Control up, whoops. Control up. Control up. And let's see if we can copy this guy and slide him in there. Perfect. So now let's go to Program, Address Picker, and let's put some C17. I'm going to put is C17 will be freeze bit. It's just, and C18 will be a hot bit. Okay, let's go to DS1. Yep, whoops, DS1. I'm going to make him temperature temp. Good. And alarm reset, freeze bit, hot, freeze bit. Good, good, good. Okay. Okay, let's modify the program for our on and off indicator. So let's go ahead and start with C1, which is our system. If he is on, I want to turn on our on indicator, C17, and if he is off, C1, we'll use a close contact, and we're going to use our C off indicator, C18. Good. Okay, let's modify our two switches in our CMOR. I want to pull these out of the way. So what we want to do is go to a indicator button, and this looks good. And our push button will be auto start, and let's see if we have a, we do not, so let's go ahead and add one. So we're going to call this the on indicator, and we're going to select a C, and it was a 17, I believe. And so when our on text is going to be, okay, that's fine. So we're just going to label this auto start. And off we'll make it blue. On we'll make it green. And it is going to be a momentary on. And there it is. And let's use our stop button. Actually, let's just go ahead and copy and paste this. So this guy is going to be, oops, this is going to be a stop. And we'll go back and fix the last one. That's good, that's good. So this is going to be auto off. Stop push button. And this guy is going to be an off indicator. OFF. And he should be a C18. Momentary. Good. So let's get rid of these two. And I am going to save this as modified. _mod. Good. That part is done. Okay, let's do our freeze alarm latch and timer. So let's go ahead. I'm going to copy and paste this. So we're going to copy. So let's go down a few of them because I want to put a timer in there. Come on. Alrighty, so we got our freeze alarm. So let's make this guy a freeze bit. Did I? Yeah, we'll make that C19. Alrighty, so when our freeze bit goes, but here what I'm going to do is we're going to make a timer. And I'm going to call that T1, and we're going to have 5 seconds or 3 seconds. Change this to seconds. Okay, and I'm going to have our system coil C1, and I'm going to have my freeze bit. So let's see if we can find my freeze bit. Freeze bit. Good, so there's our timer. And I'm going to go ahead and add another timer, T2. You know, what I'm going to do is I have an on timer and off timer, and that's what we need to do in order to get it to flash. Okay, and this guy, I'm going to have our system coil, and I'm going to have T1. Okay, and with our T2 bit, I'm going to go down here and click this guy, and it's going to give us a reset. So we're going to add another coil, T2, which is going to reset our timer. So I'm going to do a control and a control up, and I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, let's finish this up here. So we're going to make this T1 an open contactor. So we're going to use our timer bit here. And of course we need to add another end, which I erased. And then we're going to come up here, and what we want to do is latch our bit, freeze bit. So let's go ahead and we're going to latch this signal. So we're going to insert a row after cursor, and we're going to put our C19 freeze bit here, which is going to latch that sealing circuit. So we're going to control up, and we're going to put our alarm reset here with a normally closed. So let's see if we have alarm reset here anywhere under C, and we do. Good. Okay, let's test our alarm. So we're going to write our project to the PLC. And I've already got the temperature set for 30, so we should get a freeze alarm. And let's do our control, and we have 3 seconds on, 3 seconds off. Perfect. Okay, let's add our hot alarm. So let's go ahead and insert several rungs to push our end down so we don't lose it. Okay, and we're going to do a trick here. I am going to copy, let's see if I do a control, nope, copy and shift, nope, we could only do one at a time, copy, so I'm just going to go ahead and steal our timers from our other one, and I'm going to steal our alarm. The danger with this is we have a chance to mess it up, so I'm going to change this to T3, and I think we got a 1 second flash. Okay, I'm going to make this one T4, 1 second flash. I'm going to make this T4 as a reset. We're going to make this our hot bit. Let's move it over, make sure I did miss anything. It says hot bit, and this is going to be T3. Good, T3, hot bit. This is going to be T3, and this is going to be a hot alarm. Oops, wait a minute, somewhere I've got a hot alarm, so we're going to go. I did not change this to our hot bit, so we need to do that. That's why it's giving me an error. Hot bit. Okay, so let's latch our hot bit. Oops. Hot bit, hot bit, hot bit. There he is. Right click, insert row after. Let's go ahead and put in a ceiling bit of 20. Hot bit. And control up. Control up. Good. Okay, I found an issue here. We need to reset our hot bit. So I am going to insert a row after cursor. And I'm going to put an open, and we're going to use our hot bit, which is C20. And we're going to do a control up and a control up, and I'm going to copy this, and I think that we need to go ahead and dump it. Oops. Let's go ahead and open this up a little more. Let's close all of this. Let's see if we can delete that. Okay, and let's go ahead and put in a, nope, let's go up and grab our alarm reset, and let's put it here in our timer, and our second timer, make sure that we reset those back to 0. Alright, so let's move, let's copy and paste that far back over here. Erase that. Control Shift up. Control up. Insert our reset bit. Alarm reset. And that should be normally closed. There we go. And let's go ahead and put one in here. Good. Okay, let's clarify what I did here. I added an alarm reset in our freeze bit and our hot bit in order to clear those. And I added an alarm reset into the input of our timer. And I put alarm reset in parallel with our timer to clear that. And I put alarm reset into our main timer, alarm reset into the secondary timer, and I put alarm reset in parallel with our other timer in order to reset that. And output, and I put in a hot bit in line with our hot alarm in order to prevent it from going on when the timer's latched. And I did the same thing. Actually, I need to do the same thing with the freeze alarm, even though that's a 3-second. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put in a freeze bit there. It might be a little old overkill, but that'll prevent that one from being latched open. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and try the lab here, and we're going to start. And we're going to have the heater on and get a freeze alarm. So if we go up by 1 degree, reset the alarm, it should be off. Good. So let's go to 50. And our heater should still be on. Let's go to 70. And our fan should be on, our heater should be off. Good. So let's go to 80. And we have both fans on, so let's go to 90. And we should have our 2 fans and the pump. Let's go to 100. We should have the same conditions, but we should get a hot alarm. And we do, and it's flashing, so let's drop down by 1 degree, reset the alarm, and it's off. Good.